Hello guys, it is the Wonder Kid. A warm welcome to this video guys. In today's video we're going to be discussing the pros and cons of essentially having a pure price action strategy, reading pure price action for that matter, and understanding, can you actually be profitable with a no indicator strategy, right? So reading candlesticks purely on their own, okay? Now remember, indicators can come in many different forms. You've got MACD, stochastic, RSI, you have moving averages, you have Fibonacci, there's many of them, okay? Now, one of the things you have to realize is that all these indicators are, of course, derived from price itself, and price itself is depicted through the Japanese candlesticks, okay? So all these indicators are actually being formed and being derived from the Japanese candlesticks themselves, right? Of course. Now, all these indicators, there are profitable strategies out there that you have seen, probably would have seen many traders use, like for example, moving average crossovers, Fibonacci, support and resistance even, for example. And having these profitable strategies is absolutely great, and using indicators as a confluence is very good, especially if you have backtested it over the long term and proved that it does work, okay? But can you actually trade a pure price action strategy, okay? Now for me, I remember when I first started trading and first finished Baby Pips and I joined a community, their kind of strategy was to do with pure price action, just reading the Japanese candlesticks themselves, okay? Now, one of the things that you will have to understand is that the candlesticks actually do tell a story themselves. So even if you are trading an indicator-based strategy, it is very useful to understand how the Japanese candlesticks themselves are moving without any indicators on top of them. Because you might have heard any great trader or any trader even using kind of indicator based strategies or very few indicators, they may have said, hey, I do enjoy reading the candlesticks because the candlesticks do help give me an indication of where price will go. Why? The reason being is because the candlesticks per pair move in a certain way. For example, I know that the euro dollar moves very differently to the euro yen. The euro yen moves very differently to the Aussie dollar. And all these pairs essentially have their own kind of characteristic, right? So in order for you guys to understand what a pair characteristic is, if you take off all the indicators from your charts, and you essentially look at how price is moving through the candlesticks themselves, you'll be able to see common price movements, okay? Now, why is this good? It's good because it can be used as an added confluence to your strategy if your strategy is already indicator based. But if you don't have a strategy that is indicator based and you're just reading candlesticks themselves, this is also very good. Why? Because again, you're reading price in its rawest form. The only truth about the market and its movements is depicted through those Japanese candlesticks. The sad thing, of course, like I say about indicators, is that indicators are derived from them. And like I say, they can be leading or lagging, but again, they are derived from candlesticks themselves, okay? So remember guys, even if you do have an indicator-based strategy, it is very powerful and useful if you actually spend time with the chart, with a pair, getting rid of all the indicators and understanding how the candlesticks are moving as a whole and locally in the price action you're looking at. It can be very beneficial to understand that, because not only you will be able to gain a grasp of how the pair likes to move and understand its characteristic, but also you'll be able to help add an extra confluence to your strategy in where price may go if you are using an indicator-based strategy, okay? So there you have it, guys. Remember, pure price action is very useful. And I do suggest you guys, even if you do have an indicator-based strategy, to actually get rid of those indicators when you're doing when you're trying to understand pair characteristics, and then put them back on, when you're backtesting or you're actually in your live trading if you have a strategy that is indicator-based. But like I say, it is very useful if you're able to understand the raw movements of the candlesticks themselves, okay? So for me, like I say, my channel is actually even built all around that. It's built on understanding the size of the candles, analyzing momentum, analyzing wicks, and understanding what is common with these pairs. For example, just a quick example, I know that the Aussie yen and yen pairs in particular are a lot more wicky than euro dollar and Aussie dollar, okay? And another example, I know that, for example, Aussie dollar likes to trend more correctively versus euro dollar and euro yen. So understanding how these pairs like to move can be very beneficial, and it can add as an added confluence onto your indicator-based strategy if you have an indicator-based strategy. But if you don't, it is very powerful if you're able to derive a strategy from candlesticks themselves. Now, can using a pure price action strategy without any indicators be profitable? Yes, absolutely. And how do I know this? Because firstly, I am using a pure price action strategy that uses no indicators, and it has proven to be profitable through my back testing. Okay, but one of the things that you will have to understand, guys, is that even if you do decide to go down this route of finding another confluence through pure price action and reading the candlesticks themselves, then make sure you guys actually add the confluence onto your trade checklist / trade plan, and make sure you go and back test it to understand the profit expectancy, because that is the only way that you understand the truth. If reading pure price action will really give you an extra little edge and help you to make that 1% improvement as a trader into your trade plan. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Like I said before, the answer to this question is yes, a pure price action strategy with no indicators can be profitable. And even if, like I say, if you do have an indicator based strategy, then it is very, very useful and can be used as an added confluence if you actually learn how a pair likes to move without any indicators. Okay, so there you have it, guys. If you do actually have a pure price action strategy with no indicators whatsoever, feel free to let me know what kind of strategy that is, if that's with the community, down in the comment section below. But if you guys do use indicators, let me know what you feel about it. Do you actually enjoy using indicators? Do you think that you're finding profitability using certain indicators? Does it give you an extra boost in confidence? Let me know what your thoughts are on indicators, or just reading pure price action themselves, or even having a strategy that actually merges the two. Okay, so anyway, guys, I hope you have a fantastic trading week ahead. Take care and peace.